All right, everybody, welcome back to Bullet Basics. Today we're talking about Sig, the P365. It's going to be an awesome video. But before we get to that, we have a word or two from our marketing team. He just started today. We're excited. He's going to make these videos so much better. So after that, we'll get back to the video. Please subscribe. I've got to be honest, I was expecting a little more than that. But anyway, thanks Norm. It's awesome. Anyway, let's get into the video. P365 First Impressions. Now, one thing I want to talk about, or I want to mention before I get into this, is specifically what these first impression videos are for. And I'll probably mention this every time I do a first impression video. But the purpose really is for to give my first impressions before I go out into the range, so that when you guys are going out and when you're looking at guns and you go and hold a gun, you may have some of the same first impressions and maybe those hold up, maybe they don't, right? So if I hold a gun and I pull out the P365 and I'm like, oh man, I really don't like that grip or whatever, right? I think that's gonna really hurt me when I'm trying to shoot or when I'm trying to whatever. Maybe that doesn't hold up after 100 rounds or 200 rounds. Maybe it's like, oh, I didn't even notice it once I went shooting. And so that might be the case the same for you, where you may think when you pick up a gun, like, what in the world? And so you've seen this video where you thought, hey, he had the same impressions and that wasn't something that he worried about later on. So that's kind of the purpose of these. It's just to see. The impressions might change, but we need to know what the first impressions I had, so that you can know once you go to the store and try it and pick it up and pull the trigger and all that kind of thing. So without any further ado, let's get into this. So obviously it comes, I guess I should mention first before I even open it, that it comes, or the one that I bought, and this was on Palmetto State Armory, the one that I bought was came in this hard case, this carrying case you could take to the range if you wanted, especially if this is your first gun and you don't have a range bag yet. So after getting it open, as you can see here, it's got kind of the normal stuff, right? It's got the styrofoam padding in the middle. It's got the all the instruction, the user's manual, all that kind of thing. It's got Sig stickers and stuff like that as well. Obviously, we got the gun with the normal stuff on it. It came with a holster, which I probably won't ever use, as well as some clips and stuff and some tools to use for the holster. Additionally, like every gun comes with a gun lock, which I probably won't use very much at either. But everything else, the case I really love. It's actually a very nice feeling case. It's very good looking and all that, so I do like that. Putting the rest of the stuff aside and looking at the gun specifically, I'll put those down there. As you can see here, let me take this stuff off. This model came just with one magazine. From what I've been told, usually they come with more. But I bought this during the COVID-19 stuff, and so I guess they were backlogged. People are buying lots of guns and stuff, and because of that, it only came with one magazine, 12 rounder, and that's it. It didn't come with anything else. It did come with a little card, a little coupon that said you can send that in and get 2 free magazines. That was part of the deal that Palmetto State Armory was running, and so that's why I did it. But usually, as far as I understand, it comes with 2 mags, and they should be good to go. So P365, we've all heard of it. There's been a million reviews on it. This obviously isn't the first impressions video. It's definitely not the first review that's ever been done on the P365. But I wanted to do it anyway because I like to shoot guns, and so I wanted to try it. I wanted to have some exposure to it. I have shot a P365 before, in all honesty, but I haven't done kind of what I want to do in a review type setting, put more than a couple of magazines through the gun. And so first impressions, like I said, I only got the 12 round magazine, but if I'm holding it like I normally would, feels good, honestly. I like the grip texture is good. As you can see here, there's not as much grip right here. I probably would have preferred that, but it is what it is. I don't really complain like a lot of other people do about that. It seems like it will be good, and that it will feel really good pointing and just naturally work for me. So the grip as far as that's concerned is good. It's small compared to other guns that I've shot in the past, compared to most other guns I've shot in the past, to be totally honest. I would consider even my Smith & Wesson Shield a little bit, I don't know if the grip's bigger, but it feels a little better, or I don't know, it's hard to say. but feels good. As far as that's concerned, I'm not worried about the grip. It does feel a little bit smaller than some of the other ones on the market, like the Springfield Hellcat and others, but I think it's gonna be great. Okay, so let's move on. As far as the sights are concerned, sights are good. I don't know if you can see that. Sights are fairly easy to pick up. That front sight, obviously that greenish yellow, very nice. I'm gonna like that. Fairly easy to pick up. They're not blacked out in the back, but they're not bright. And so I think that will be easy to pick up those sights. I don't see any problem with that. They're fine. I'm not super picky on any of that kind of thing. So as long as I can pick them up and as long as I can get shooting fairly quickly, I have no problem. Next, I would say the trigger would be the next thing. Obviously, there's nothing there. Honestly, trigger feels a little hollow to me. I love the reset. The reset's great. Audible, tactile. And it's a great brake. I mean, I love it. I'm not going to pretend like I know what the weight is. It's probably, I don't know, 4 to 5 pounds, something like that, maybe a little higher, at least right now. 4 pounds, 5 pounds. But everything's good. I really think it's going to be a great trigger. I've heard great things about the trigger in the past. Not as good as some of the others, obviously, that we've seen on some guns, but the trigger's going to be great. Reset's great. Dry firing it is going to be really nice. I like that. As far as the aesthetics, I mean, if you look at it, look at the gun. I think it's a really good looking gun. If I had any complaints about the aesthetics, it just looks very small to me. I don't know. Just not the overall gun. Obviously, it's small. It's a subcompact gun, but just I don't know. The grip is very small looking. It just looks like a very dainty gun. Now, is it a dainty gun? Probably not. It's probably going to work very well. But it looks a little that way. But I don't have any complaints about it. I think it'll be perfectly fine. I think it looks nice though, regardless of that aspect of it. I think it looks nice. Really, it's all about will it accomplish the purpose that I have for it, right? Is it going to accomplish what I'm looking for it to do? And I think yes. We'll see, obviously, in the future, but it's a really concealed carry gun, right? It's a tiny little gun. It's not one that you're going to take to combat if you don't have to, but you could. Obviously, this one's a 12-round magazine, and so it's going to do a lot of what we want it to do. But as far as concealed carry, it's going to be a concealed carry gun. So I think as far as the grip's concerned, as far as the size is, I think it's going to be a great concealed carry gun, but time will tell, obviously. So, gosh, I can't even remember what I paid for this. It was about $500, a little over $500, I think. And what you get for it, I think, is going to be a solid gun. I mean, you're paying for industry-leading round counts for tiny little guns, so I think it's going to be great. I don't really know. I haven't shot many SIGs, to be totally honest. I haven't shot a lot of SIGs thoroughly. I've shot many SIGs, some, but I've not really thoroughly shot a lot of SIGs. I've just kind of steered into other guns and other manufacturers, and so I'm excited to give this one a try and put more rounds through it than I typically have. If you have any questions, leave them below. Remember to show the YouTube algorithm that we deserve to be on YouTube. They're trying to get rid of gun channels, or they have in the past few years. They've been putting more and more restrictions on gun channels. Show YouTube algorithm that we belong here. Engage with YouTube channels, right? Comment, subscribe, like, do everything you can do to watch the videos all the way through. That's one of the biggest things. Watch videos all the way through if they're worth watching. Show the YouTube algorithm that there's a thriving community of gun people that really like to get on YouTube and see that stuff, and that it's well worth YouTube's time to keep it on. We hope we've earned your subscription. If not, hopefully you'll watch another video and find that you like the content that we put out. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to hear and answer those questions. Until next time, we'll see you.